They thought he was locked. Committed since November. Nebraska, 4-star, board closed. And then Alabama made the call. Not rumor, not speculation, an official offer confirmed. And days later, Amir Brown publicly admits Alabama has been on his mind every day. That statement alone changes the temperature, because here's what longtime college football observers understand. Alabama doesn't aggressively pursue committed Power 4 prospects without reason. Historically, when the Crimson Tide enters late, it's calculated, it's intentional. Now look at the timing. A massive official visit weekend is forming from May 29 through 31. Top 100 prospects are locking in trips. National analysts are openly debating whether Alabama still commands the same recruiting gravity post-Saban. At the same time, former Alabama players are appearing at the NFL Combine, a reminder that the pipeline remains intact. So what is this really about? One running back or a broader message? Because when Alabama targets a committed recruit, it's rarely just about depth. It's about leverage. It's about influence. It's about reminding the country that commitments in February aren't final in December. And if that's true, then what just happened may be far more strategic than it looks. Amir Brown committed to Nebraska in November. 4-star running back, ranked nationally in the 2027 class. On paper, that looks settled. But here's what shifts the narrative. Alabama officially offered. That is confirmed. And shortly after, Brown publicly acknowledged that Alabama has been on his mind every day. That's not rumor. That's documented through recruiting coverage. In college football, commitments are verbal until signing day. Historically, elite programs understand this better than anyone. Under Nick Saban, Alabama built part of its dominance by flipping committed prospects late in cycles. That approach didn't vanish overnight. And here's the key detail. Alabama does not aggressively pursue committed Power 4 recruits without reason. Programs with that level of depth do not waste resources casually. So when Alabama enters late, it's rarely symbolic. The moment the offer became public, stability turned into possibility. If a commitment can shift in February, what does that say about control in this recruitment right now? Now widen the lens. Osani Gales, a top 100 wide receiver in the same 2027 class, has scheduled an official visit to Alabama for the May 29 through 31 weekend. Malik Howard has Alabama among his top programs and is planning official visits. Brandon Liley has both unofficial and official visits lined up. That late May weekend is building into a major recruiting cluster. Historically, programs use these stacked visit windows strategically. Prospects visit together, they interact. Momentum becomes social. This is not speculation, it's a documented recruiting tactic across elite programs. Now layer in the broader narrative. National outlets have recently debated whether Alabama's recruiting dominance remains as firm in the post-Saban era. At the same time, former Alabama players are visible at the NFL Combine, reinforcing the program's ongoing NFL pipeline. So the question becomes sharper. Is this just Alabama chasing depth at running back, or is this Alabama reminding the market that its gravitational pull remains intact? And if the timing of this offer aligns with a momentum-building weekend, is that coincidence or calculation? In recruiting, perception often moves faster than paperwork. When Alabama targets a committed prospect, it sends a signal beyond that individual player. It tells other recruits that the board is fluid. It tells rival programs they must defend their own commitments. Nebraska now has to reinforce that relationship publicly and privately. That's not criticism. That's the nature of high-level recruiting competition. And history shows something else. When Alabama enters a recruitment late and pushes, rankings often adjust. Analysts reevaluate. Exposure increases. The market reacts. None of that guarantees a flip. There has been no decommitment, no official change, but the board is no longer quiet. And when the board moves, the entire cycle recalibrates. So is this about one running back or about leverage in a national recruiting conversation? Here's the part most people overlook. The story is not whether Amir Brown flips tomorrow. The story is that the moment Alabama entered officially, the commitment stopped feeling permanent. That's influence. Because in the current era of college football, with NIL dynamics, transfer portal movement, and constant communication between recruits, stability is often temporary. If Brown stays with Nebraska, Alabama still demonstrated reach. If he flips, the national narrative around recruiting control changes instantly. Either outcome carries weight, but the deeper shift already happened. The board moved. And when Alabama moves the board, even subtly, the rest of the country watches. So the real question isn't, is he locked? It's this: who actually controls the momentum in this recruitment right now? Drop your prediction in the comments. Does this flip happen? More importantly, if Alabama can enter late and create this level of movement, what does that say about the program's recruiting influence in 2026? Like the video if you appreciate in-depth breakdowns. Subscribe if you want analysis that goes beyond headlines. And turn on notifications, because in college football, the real story is rarely the commitment itself. It's the moment the balance begins to shift. And this one may have already shifted.